Welcome back to the Stoic Compass, everyone. I'm Jim, ready to journal my way to enlightenment, or at least a slightly less chaotic Tuesday.
And I'm Ellie, hoping we can add a bit of philosophical rigor to that chaos. Glad to be here.
Hey, if you're finding value in these discussions, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It helps us out a ton. Thanks.
Absolutely, your support means a lot.
That's right.
Today we're diving into the practice of journaling through a Stoic lens.
I see.
Specifically, we will be discussing an article from theheroicstoic.com called From Ancient Wisdom to Modern Science, How Journaling Can Transform You by Allison Moore.
Journaling, huh? Seems like everyone's doing it these days.
That's right.
So, Ellie, what's the big deal?
Yeah?
Why should a Stoic, someone trying to live a life of virtue and reason, bother with a diary?
That's a great question, Jim. Because journaling, when approached with Stoic principles in mind, can be a powerful tool for self-improvement.
Right.
It's not just about recording your day.
I see.
It's about examining your thoughts, your judgments, and aligning your actions with virtue.
Okay, so like a Stoic to-do list for the soul?
In a way, yes,
Right.
it's more than
I
that.
see.
It's about practicing prosochi, that constant attention to oneself.
Prosoch? Sounds fancy. Is that Greek for write it down?
Haha, not quite. It means attention, mindfulness, and journaling is a way to cultivate it.
Got it. So, how does it fit with those core Stoic ideas, focusing on what we can control?
Exactly. By journaling, we can identify our impressions, our initial judgments about events, and then examine them rationally.
Right.
We can ask ourselves, is this judgment accurate?
Makes sense.
Is it helpful? Is it within my control?
Okay, I'm tracking. So it's like a thought audit?
Precisely, and by doing that, we can start to challenge irrational thoughts
Right.
and cultivate inner resilience.
Makes sense.
This is how we work toward virtue and inner tranquility.
Interesting. So the article mentions Marcus Aurelius' Meditations. Was that like the original Stoic blog?
In a way, yes, it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Meditations is a personal journal where Marcus reflected on his experiences and applied Stoic principles.
I see.
It wasn't necessarily intended for publication, which makes it all the more insightful.
So he was basically journaling his way to being a better emperor?
Indeed. He was using it as a tool for self-reflection and self-improvement.
Right.
And like the article points out, modern science is now catching up to what the Stoics intuitively knew.
I see.
Studies show that journaling can reduce stress, improve focus, and promote emotional clarity.
Okay. But how much weight should we really give to those scientific studies? I mean, isn't Stoicism about relying on your own reason?
That's a good point, Jim. We shouldn't blindly accept external validation.
True.
But if scientific research confirms what aligns with Stoic principles, it can be encouraging.
Makes sense.
The Stoics were all about aligning with nature, and science helps us understand the natural world.
So it's like a trust but verify situation?
Exactly. Now, the article lists several benefits of journaling. Which one aligns most directly with Stoic principles, in your opinion?
If I had to pick one, I'd say the emotional clarity. Because, as we've talked about before, Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about understanding them and managing them rationally.
Good answer. But can the pursuit of mental health and well-being become a distraction from the Stoic goal of virtue?
Oh, that's a good point.
Right.
I can see how journaling could turn into a form of like self-indulgent navel-gazing.
I see.
Just wallowing in your feelings instead of trying to improve.
Precisely. We have to be careful not to turn it into a quest for external validation or fleeting happiness.
Right.
The goal is to align our actions with virtue, regardless of how we feel in the moment.
So it's not about feeling good, it's about being good?
Exactly. But this cognitive clarity that comes from journaling, how can it help us better understand our impressions and apply Stoic principles?
Well, I guess by writing things down, you're forcing yourself to slow down and think critically. It's like putting your thoughts under a microscope.
Indeed. Now let's get practical. The article gives tips for starting a journaling practice.
Right.
What prompts would be most beneficial for a Stoic?
Good question. I guess reflecting on the virtues, wisdom, justice, courage, temperance, would be a good start.
Right.
Asking yourself, how did I embody these virtues today?
I see.
Where did I fall short?
Absolutely. Analyzing your reactions to adversity is another great prompt.
Right.
How did I respond to this challenge?
Yes.
Was my reaction rational and virtuous, or was it driven by emotion?
So it's like a post-game analysis for your day?
Yes, but what about the pitfalls?
Right.
What are the potential dangers of journaling from a Stoic perspective?
Well, like we said before, it could lead to excessive focus on emotions or a need for external validation. Posting your journal entries online and seeking approval from others.
Exactly.
Right.
And it could also lead to a distorted view of reality.
Makes sense.
If you're only focusing on your own thoughts and feelings, you might lose sight of the bigger picture.
So, how can a Stoic remain objective and avoid these traps?
By constantly reminding themselves of Stoic principles, focusing on what they can control, accepting what they cannot, and striving for virtue in all their actions. Journaling should be a tool for self-improvement, not self-obsession.
Right. So it's about using the journal to become more objective, not less?
Yes? Now, how can journaling help us distinguish between what is within our control and what is not, as advocated by Epictetus?
By writing about our challenges, we can start to see which aspects are within our power to change and which are simply external circumstances. Like, I can't control the weather, but I can control how I react to it.
Precisely. And that understanding contributes to greater tranquility.
Right.
Journaling brings us face to face with unpleasant truths about ourselves and the world.
I see.
So how can we better accept what we cannot change while focusing our energy on what we can control?
Well, I guess by acknowledging those unpleasant truths and then asking ourselves, what's the virtuous course of action here? How can I respond in a way that aligns with my values?
Exactly. It's about turning those challenges into opportunities for growth and virtue.
That's right.
It emphasizes the value of journaling as a tool for self-reflection and virtue development.
I see.
I wonder, does this make sense to you?
Makes total sense.
Right.
You know, this whole journaling thing sounds a lot like premeditatio malorum, right?
Exactly.
I mean, isn't that another cornerstone of Stoicism?
Yes, it is. And you are absolutely right to bring it up. Explain to our listeners what premeditatio malorum is and how it connects with journaling.
Sure. So, premeditatio malorum is basically thinking about bad things before they happen, so they don't hit you as hard when they do happen.
I see.
It's like mentally preparing for the worst.
Right.
So you can handle it with a clear head.
Very well stated. And how can journaling work with this practice?
Well, you could use your journal to imagine different scenarios. Think about how you'd react and plan your virtuous responses. You're basically stress testing your stoicism in a safe space.
That is a really great way to put
Exactly.
it. It's also an opportunity to examine our attachments and aversions.
Right.
Where are we placing too much importance on things outside of our control?
Yeah, like, are we really that attached to having a perfect day?
Right.
Or getting that promotion?
Exactly.
Or being liked by everyone?
I see.
Journaling can help us see how those attachments can lead to unnecessary suffering.
And by recognizing those attachments, we can start to loosen their grip on us.
Right.
Now let's reflect on that from a Stoic perspective.
I see.
How can journaling improve our ability to accept what we cannot change?
I think journaling could help us to, process those feelings of frustration or disappointment that come when things don't go our way.
Right.
By writing about it, we can gain some distance and see things more objectively.
Makes sense.
It's like saying, okay, this happened. It's not ideal, but
Yeah.
what can I learn from it? And how can I move forward with virtue?
Absolutely. It's about reframing those events in a way that aligns with Stoic principles. But we need to emphasize that acceptance isn't about being passive or resigned.
Right. It's not about just shrugging your shoulders and saying, oh, well, nothing matters. It's about recognizing what's outside of your control so you can focus your energy on what you can influence.
Exactly. Now let's pull this all together. What are the key takeaways from our discussion?
Okay, so journaling, when approached with Stoic principles in mind, can be a powerful tool for self-improvement.
Right.
It's not just about recording your day. It's about examining your thoughts, your judgments, and aligning your actions with virtue.
Exactly.
It's a way to practice prosochi, to stress test your stoicism.
I see.
And to improve our ability to accept what we cannot change while focusing our energy on what we can control.
Very well summarized, Jim. And we encourage our listeners to experiment with journaling, maybe with a Stoic twist. Try some of those prompts we discussed, reflecting on the virtues, examining your reactions to adversity, or practicing premeditatio malorum.
Yeah, and if you're a Stoic who's already tried this out, share your experiences in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. And thank you for joining us on the Stoic Compass.
Thanks, Ellie.
Remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes.
That's right.
Until next time, stay curious, stay virtuous.
Exactly.
And keep journaling.